My ex-bitch said that I'm a dub, I called that bitch a clown. Girl, you was supposed to have my heart, but girl, you knocked it down. Bro stuck inside the den, cause we can't put our pistols down. Caught him on that block, he try run when shots hit the ground. Retaliation from my brothers, it just won't stop. We dressing up a picture that they turned to mugshot. We lost Shosha in his body, know them slugs high. His mama told him he gon' pay if he stand on that block. Call my Glock a rapper, that bitch spin rounds. Remo put a switch up on that Glock, it jump around.
Where you at,
like
Bash?
I don't love myself, it bring me down. Oh yeah, we young and dumb, we used to fight and now we blinking niggas down. We do this shit for real.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Steven back with another video. In today's video, I'm doing my first mock draft. This draft to me is a very okay. It's a solid draft class. There's no really, Chase Young or like a Joe Burrow. Like there isn't that number one player. There isn't that special player. There's just a lot of good players, in my opinion, in this draft. And before we start the video, make sure you hit that like button, make sure you subscribe, and let's jump right into it. So with the number one overall pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars are picking there, and they have a lot of holes to fill. They need help in the offensive line. They need help at corner. They need help at wide receiver. Like they need help everywhere. And at number one, I feel like I could see Jacksonville maybe trading down at this spot, but it's been rumored that Evan Neal could potentially be going number one overall. But I just feel like number one overall for a tackle is a bit high, especially where this is a very, very great offensive line class. I want to go Aiden Hutchinson. I think he's the second best pass rusher in the class behind Thibodeau. Thibodeau was a guy that was mocked number one all year, and I think I'm gonna stick with that. I think, in my opinion, I think he's the second best player in the class behind Kyle Hamilton, but I think it's way too early to be taking the safety number one overall. So I'm gonna give them Thibodeau, one of the best pass rushers in the country. To me, he's going to be a very, very special player. And if Jacksonville cannot ruin him, he's a superstar in the making. And at number two, there was rumors that Malik Willis could legitimately be a candidate for the number two overall pick. Now, I love Malik Willis, but I think that's way too early. I don't think the Lions need to particularly go quarterback this early. I think if you do want to go quarterback, you can go quarterback in the second round, or you can stick with Jared Goff another year and maybe wait for the 2023 draft where you have Bryce Young and those guys. So again, another team that has and needs a lot of help everywhere. I don't see them going tackle. They have two very, very solid tackles. Again, a safety number two overall is really, really high, especially in this day and age. It could go Derek Stingley because, Jeffrey Okudah, the number three overall pick from 2 years ago, hasn't been healthy. And when he's on the field, hasn't shown you a lot to justify passing up on Derek Stingley Jr. You have Amari Gonder, I think, who's the best corner in the class. I think this is probably Aiden Hutchinson. I think you go Aiden Hutchinson, the best player on the board for you right there. You do need pass rushing help, so I think Aiden Hutchinson is probably the best pick for the Lions. And at number three, Houston, a team that needs help everywhere, especially at the quarterback position. I think this is a trade down spot, but this is a mock draft with no trades. I want to say Evan Neal because there is rumors that Laremy Tunsil could be traded in the offseason. Charles Cross, one of the best, he is going to be a beast in the NFL. You have Jermaine Johnson. But these aren't, top, 3 pick guys. Kyle Hamilton, again, I just feel like it's so early for safety. You need more help everywhere else. Malik Willis, potentially, but that seems early. Kenny Pickett, they do need quarterback, but again, the quarterback class is very, very weak. And that seems a little high for him. I think I'm going to give them Evan Neal, bolstered up that offensive line, because there are reports that they're trading Laremy Tunsil. And at number 4, the Jets, again, they need help everywhere. I could see them going edge rushers, but I think edge is fine for right now. I think they go corner. They don't really have that number 1 corner. I like Bryce Hall, but he's probably a slot guy or a number 2 guy on any other team. I don't think he's a number 1 corner, even though he did play great. I think Derek Stanley Jr. is probably better, or Amari Gonder. I think the Jets probably go Derek Stanley Jr. here with the 4th overall pick. And then number 5, the Giants. To me, this is a no-brainer. I think Charles Cross, to me, is probably the best tackle in the class. It's either him or Akeem. I love Evan Neal, but I feel like Charles Cross is probably the best tackle in this draft. And I think the Giants, they need tackle help. They need help all over that O-line. Charles Cross is probably the pick here at 5. And at 6, the Panthers. I actually see them going quarterback here. I think they just take a risk here and actually go with the best quarterback, in my opinion, in this class, in Desmond Ridder. I think Desmond Ridder is going to be a fantastic quarterback. I think if he can fix his accuracy issues, Desmond Ridder, to me, is definitely going to be a star in the making. I know I said no quarterback is really going to go this early, but I do think Desmond Ridder might go early, especially with the Panthers that need help at the quarterback position. Sam Darnold is obviously not the guy. You brought in Cam Newton, who is just not the same player anymore. So Desmond Ridder at 6 to me will be the pick for the Panthers. At 7, the Giants come back, and they need corner help, but at the same time, they need a number 1 wide receiver, and they do still need O-line help. Tyler Lindbrom seems a little early, but he's definitely one of the better O-lines in this class. Maybe you go quarterback here. Maybe you reach on the quarterback. They do need linebacker help. I love Devin Lloyd out of Utah. He is going to be a beast in the NFL. Chris Olave, who I think is the best wide receiver in this class, but seems a little early. I want to give them Kyle Hamilton. Him and Jabril Peppers will make an ultimate doable, but they don't really need safety help as much right now. David Abidjo out of Michigan. He seemed like a steal here. But I think I'm actually going to go with Amari Gonder. Just get you a number 1 corner on the team, Amari Gonder. At number 8, the Falcons. I want to give them an edge rusher here. And I think this is where Jermaine Johnson goes off, the edge out of Florida State. I like him a lot. Atlanta's this weird team. They need a quarterback, but the cap situation with Matt Ryan, they need a wide receiver. Calvin really looked like he's out the door. So Atlanta as a team is just all over the place, but I do like Jermaine Johnson at 8. He's one of the best pass rushers in this entire draft, and I think he's being very, very underrated right now. And at 9, this is another team I see just reaching for a quarterback. If they don't get Aaron Rodgers or any of those guys, maybe a Matt Corral. I like Matt Corral a lot, but he does have that leg injury. Malik Willis. I don't like, this is a very tough. They could go O-line. They do need O-line help. Let's see. I think they go quarterback here. I think they reach for Matt Corral, the quarterback out of Ole Miss. I think they're just going to reach here. Again, quarterbacks, regardless of how bad the class are, they go early no matter what, just because quarterback is the most important position in football. And at number 10, I think this is where you see Kyle Hamilton come off the board. Marcus May, he tore in the ACL and you franchise tag him, so he looks like the Jets aren't re-signing him. Now they could go tackle here with Akeem Akinu, the tackle out of NC State. But safety here really seems like the pick. I think the Jets O-line isn't as bad as people make it out to seem. I think this is definitely a pick for Kyle Hamilton. In at 11, again, another team that could reach for a quarterback, and Malik Willis is a guy that Washington Commanders, such a stupid name, might go after. You have Carson Strong, way too early for him. Maybe this is where Malik Willis lands. I'm going to go with Malik Willis here at 11. And at 12, the Vikings, to me, need edge help immediately. Trayvon Walker, the edge out of Georgia, he's a beast. Any corner help also, like linebacker. Seems a little early for Devin Lloyd to come out, even though I think he's a top 5 player in this entire draft class. I'm gonna give them a corner. I'm gonna give them Andrew Booth Jr., the DB out of Washington. Very, very underrated DB. The Vikings defense needs help desperately. I think their offense is great. You have Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, Devin Cook, still have Kirk Cousins there. Their offense is definitely pretty solid enough. It's their defense that's lacking. At 13, to me, the Browns, this could definitely be a wide receiver spot, and I'm going to give them Chris Olave. The receiving core is just done. You lost Odell. Landry looks like he might be out, but he said he's willing to stay. Just a couple of years ago, these had one of the best wide receiver cores in football. I'm going to go with Chris Olave, to me, who's the best receiver in this class. In at 14, the Baltimore Ravens offensive line, to me, is a need. You have Akeem. I don't really know how to say him right, but I'm going to just call him Akeem, the tackle out of NC State. O-line is a desperate need if you want to keep Lamar upright. And now with the Philadelphia Eagles, who have back-to-back first-round picks, I see them taking a linebacker. I think Devin Lloyd, I think this is the perfect spot. This is where they go to. Their defense is a bit shaky. Now they could go wide receiver, maybe pair up Drake London with Devontae Smith or Garrett Wilson. Like they could. Running back class is not that great. Jordan Davis. I mean, I like him a lot, but he's more of a rotational pass rusher. I want to say edge. I think this is when Trayvon Walker goes off the board. In that 17, the Chargers, I think they go receiver here. Mike Williams look like he's going to be heading to free agency. You need that number 2 guy. Garrett Wilson could be. I think Garrett Wilson will be a perfect match, but you do need linebacker help, need edge help. Even though you have Joey Bosa, you still need another pass rusher on the other side. David Abidjo, like, definitely can go a couple of places. The O-line wasn't as bad this year. The O-line was very solid. But I think I'm going to give them a receiver. I think I'm going to give them Garrett Wilson here. And at the 18th pick, I think this is definitely probably a quarterback. And I think Kenny Pickett is perfect for New Orleans. I think this is a perfect situation for right now. This is just assuming Jameis Winston does not resign with the New Orleans Saints. I think they go with Kenny Pickett if they don't resign Jameis Winston. But at the same time, they do need wide receiver help. I think I'm going to stick with quarterback. I think I'm going to give them Kenny Pickett here. And at 19, Eagles, another first round pick. Jaquan Brisker out of Penn State is a beast. I'm going to reach here a little bit. I'm going to go with Jaquan Brisker here at 19. He's just an unbelievable safety. And the Eagles, they need safety help right now. Perfect pick, in my opinion. At 20, the Steelers. Sam Howell, is he worth taking in the first round? Right here, I mean, I still have Carson Strong, who's a solid quarterback. Everyone else is pretty much a backup. They need O-line help. I think this is where I go with Taylor Lindbrom, the offensive lineman out of Iowa. And at 21, the New England Patriots. Let's see. This to me is a wide receiver. I think Taylor Brick's a wide receiver out of Arkansas. He reminds me of DK Metcalf a little bit. I think you need to solidify that number one receiver. I know Jacoby Myers, he's good, but is he really a number one per se? I think Burks is probably the pick right here. And at 22, this is O-line, and I'm not even going to think about it. They need O-line desperately, and I love Zion Johnson out of Boston College. Again, he's going to be a beast. I think he has versatility, in my opinion, to play tackle. I know a lot of people might not like that, but to me, I feel like he can play tackle. I know he's undersized for the position, but I think Zion Johnson has the ability to play tackle. And at 23, Arizona. This is tough because they need O-line help also. But I think they're going to focus more on the defense here. And I think they might go edge. I think I'm going to give them David Abidjo out of Michigan. I know I'm pronouncing his last name wrong, but again, a lot of people were focused on Aiden Hutchinson and forgot about David. This man is going to be a very, very great pass rusher. Now that he has J.J. Watt on the other side, he's going to be effective for that Cardinals defense. And next pick, we have the Cowboys. Sorry. I don't know where to go here. O-line is definitely maybe an option. It could go edge. I love Miles Sanders, the edge out of Cincinnati. Wide receiver could potentially be a need, with potentially cutting Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup walking. I think this is where Jordan Davis probably goes off the board. They do need defensive line help a little bit. I think this is where Jordan Davis goes off here. And with the 25th pick, we got the Bills. I don't really know. Like, linebacker would definitely, to me, be a need for the Bills here. Christian Harris, I think this is where Christian Harris just goes off the board right here. I mean, oh no, the Kobe Dean is a really, very good player. I'm going to give him the Kobe Dean here. They need linebacker help a little bit. And with the 26th pick, oh, the Titans, again, another team I feel like should go O-line here a little bit. Or maybe wide receiver. Like, Julio Jones hasn't been himself, and you need a number 2 for A.J. Brown. I think Jameson Williamson here, I think this is a perfect spot for him. At 27, I think the Bucks. You still too early for a quarterback. Wide receiver, I mean, you only have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin might walk in free agency. I love David Bell here. But I think I'm gonna go with David Bell here, the wide receiver out of Purdue. And at 28, Green Bay, I don't. Again, do they go line? They could go edge. And I think they will go edge here. I think I'm gonna give them Miles Sanders, a very underrated pass rusher. And we have the Miami Dolphins pick right here. They need help everywhere. My God, they need running back too early. Is there any linebacker worth? I mean, you are with the 29th overall pick. Quincy Walker, he's really, really good. But I think you need O-line help a little bit. But you could go in the defensive line a little bit too. I think I'm gonna go with DeVar Leo, the defensive tackle out of Texas A&M. In that 30, the Chiefs, they need DB help. They need cornerback help desperately. Their secondary was just getting cooked. But again, edge might be an option. Safety should be an option. I don't think these guys go off right here. I think I'm going to go cornerback. Then I'm going to go with Trent here, the corner out of Washington. In at 31 with the Bengals, I think O-line is here. And Trevor Penning here at 31, or maybe they trade for their first round pick for an O-line. I'm gonna go with Trevor Penning here. And at 32 with the Lions, I'm gonna give them a wide receiver, and I'm gonna give them John Minchie. And that concludes for the NFL draft. This is just the first one for the year. This is going to change over time. I think some of these guys where they land might really happen. Some might not. Like, in reality, the Panthers might not go with Desmond Ridder, but I feel like they should go with Desmond Ridder there or quarterback there. Malik Willis going that high could potentially really happen. There's still a lot going on. There's still a lot of rumors, but if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that like button and make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to turn those post notifications on, and I'm out. Peace.